That's the insight all day. I would also like to thank the Flower Girls. Where are they? Archie and Jessica, thank you very much, girls. You look absolutely beautiful. My little princesses. Beautiful, thank you. I would also like to thank Donald, the minister today, for his lovely service. Thank you, Donald. You've been such a great help from the moment we met you until to get me here today. Thank you. I would like to thank Robert and Kimberly for playing in the church today. Thank you very much. It was beautiful. I've got a present for Robert and Kimberly as well. Don't forget.
I'm not answering that, are you?
No, we give that to him. Yeah, she'll have the box.
It's my sister.
I would also like to thank my sister Fiona and my sister-in-law Charlotte for their readings in the church as well. Thank you. Last but not least, Vicky for making all the invitations, order of service, and looking after the baby. Yeah. Thank you. Right, my other official duty today is to toast the bridesmaids. And this is a pleasure, as I'm sure you'll all agree, they look absolutely beautiful. Yeah. They've all helped Emma through the minefield of organising my wedding, with the never-ending dress hunting, dress buying, dress fitting, hairs, nails, suntans, the list goes on. Thank you very much, girls. You also managed to go on a wild hen weekend, and still managed to turn up today, all looking beautiful, and more important, still all speaking to each other. Right, this is where I should really hand over to the best man, because since it's the last time I will stand in a room with my wife, my mother, and my mother-in-law, and not get interrupted, I thought I would just stay with again. Thank you so much for coming and making this day so special for us. And I'll hand you over to the birthday boy, my best man, Iain, who I hope you got gift for.
Thank you very much, Dad. Our first joke was actually completely spot. So we're just going to go with it anyway. Well, Dad, I hope you enjoyed the last 10 minutes, because that's the longest you'll ever speak without being interrupted again. Okay. Right, for those of you who think the wait has got delusions of grandeur, I'll introduce myself. I'm the best man and groom, and son of the groom, not the groom. And I'm proud to say that after all these years, Father's finally accepted that I am the best man. Right, to start with, this job sounded really easy. And as time went on, I realised I'd have to make a speech. And in the speech, I have to be nice about my dad. And I'm not good at either. So you'll have to bear with me. A common piece of advice given to public speakers is to imagine the audience in their underwears. However, I know what's under a lot of the kilts here today. So instead I'm going to pretend you're all far too pissed to hear me, which I think is When first asked to do this job, I was proud, honoured, and then I realised the motive was most likely that Dad thought that I was the person with the least dirt on him, and thought that I was inhibited about what I'd say being his son-in-law. Well, Dad, blood may be thicker than water, but you're thicker than both.
You like that?
It took me hours. Right, there are two main duties about being a best man. Firstly, getting your mum to the church on time and looking like a respectable groom, which is a very tall order. Without some serious surgical skills, I was only ever going to get into the church on time. I can't perform miracles, people. However, considering some of the photos I've seen from the 80s, we still happy doesn't look like a rock reject. Although, to be honest, I think we can probably thank Emma to the more respectable father that's standing here today, wishing you'd fit in with a mute button. The second task is somewhat more enjoyable. A 5-minute section of my father's big day where I get to assassinate his character completely. Okay, right, so those of you who just met my dad today might think that he's a thoroughly respectable individual. Allow me to ruin that image completely. Okay, I can still remember, in fact I'll go back a stage, I just missed a paragraph. Like, over the years, my father and me have shared many experiences. He took me to all sorts of exotic locations and showed me a side of the world I'd never seen before. I can still remember in Corfu, whilst I was playing on a beach, on a lilo, as children are wont to do, the look of absolute horror on my father's face when he realised he had in fact taken us to the only nudist beach. Still, at least as my father said afterwards, I didn't pop the lilo. Even bar cruising with my dad could go wrong. Firstly, imagine our surprise after hoping to enjoy a nice quiet beer in Iain when we walked into a bar, sat down, had a drink, and realised we were actually sitting around a giant pool of mud in which 2 bikini-clad Glaswegians fought one another. Definitely a sight you don't want to share with your father at the age of 15. And most recently was, of course, his stag night and his amazing attempt at karaoke, which I promised I would tell nobody about, but is now on YouTube and email addresses are available. Okay, now I'm sure you're all wondering how my father, a 40-something lorry driver, managed to pull a forensic psychologist 10 years younger than him. Well, let me say, as the best man, I haven't got a fucking clue. Self-control and well-toned body that explains the match. You only a 10 for the last ones. But honestly though, Dad and Emma are the perfect couple. They agree on almost everything. Even the seating plan, which was originally planned from the most expensive present bearers at the front to the cheapest at the back. Was agreed upon originally, until I explained to him it wasn't quite right the best man be sitting in a field behind the hotel. Still, very nice of and glove. Another of the best man's roles is apparently to give advice on the relationship front. However, at my age, the only advice I've ever been given is always wear a condom and never get too serious with a girl. Clearly advice you've chosen to ignore. Let me say that the bridesmaids look stunning today, and we're only outshone by our bride Emma. And I'm sure you'll all agree with me, ladies and gentlemen, it's a sad day for single men everywhere as another beauty leader is Right, and ladies, let's face it, you've not missed out on much, and the younger improved available, if urgent, is I'd also like to thank the ushers, not the in-laws, the ushers, as it's kind of an easy ushing a lot of the crowd we've had here today. I'd also like to thank the organisers, particularly Tricia and Richard, who have put a lot of effort into this, as I well know. And as you can see, it's a fantastic venue, and the whole thing's been meticulously organised, from gorillas to everything. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for attending, though it still amazes me how far people will travel for food and free booze. Now, all joking aside, Mike's been a great father to me. We've had some excellent times together, and I'm sure we'll have many more in the future. It's been an honour for me to be the best man today. As you're all very well aware, it's my birthday, and I'd like you guys to thank you guys for making it the most memorable one I've ever had. Thank you both for giving me the best present of all. Emma, welcome to the family.
Cheers. Well done.